Have you ever felt your stomach drop the moment your phone starts ringing? Not a message, not a notification, a call. You watch it buzz. You consider letting it ring out. You tell yourself you'll call back later, when you feel more ready. If that reaction feels familiar, you're not rude, broken, or antisocial. You're wired differently. Today, we're breaking down the psychology of people who hate phone calls, even when they care deeply about the person on the other end. For some people, phone calls feel efficient, fast, personal, but for others, they feel intrusive, a sudden demand for attention, emotion, and energy all at once. Psychologically, phone calls remove control. When someone calls you, they set the timing, the pace, and the direction of the conversation. There's no warm up, no pause button, no time to organize your thoughts. For people who are introspective or emotionally sensitive, that lack of control creates tension. Their brain likes preparation, it likes clarity. A ringing phone interrupts the mental space they were just in, and switching context that fast is exhausting. Texting, on the other hand, offers breathing room. You can think. You can choose your words. You can respond when your nervous system is ready. That's not avoidance, that's regulation. There's also the performance factor. During a call, you're expected to sound engaged, responsive, emotionally present, even if you're tired, overwhelmed, or processing something internally. For people who already spend much of their day being on, phone calls feel like another stage. And unlike in-person conversations, there are no visual cues to soften the interaction. No body language, no shared silence, just voices filling space. For some brains, that ambiguity creates stress rather than connection. Many people who dislike phone calls are also deep thinkers. They process internally before speaking. A call demands instant responses, and that pressure can feel like being rushed through your own thoughts. So they replay conversations afterward. They wonder if they said the right thing. They analyze tone, pauses, and miss chances to explain themselves better. What seems like a simple call to others becomes a lingering mental echo. There's also history involved. For some, phone calls were once associated with bad news, conflict, or expectations they couldn't meet. Over time, the brain learns to brace itself whenever the phone rings, even if the call is harmless. But here's the important part. Hating phone calls doesn't mean you dislike people. In fact, it often means the opposite. These are people who care deeply about how they show up. They want conversations to feel intentional, calm, and genuine, not rushed or forced. They don't fear connection. They fear being unprepared for it. Psychologists would say this comes down to autonomy and emotional pacing. Some people connect best when they can enter conversations on their own terms. So if you let calls go to voicemail, they'll prefer texts or need time before dialing back, like you're not cold or distant. You're protecting your mental space. And for many people, that space is where their best thoughts, feelings, and connections are formed. Tell me, when your phone rings, do you answer? Or do you wait until it feels safe to respond?